WYMT Mountain Sports, your home for the Kentucky Wildcats and local high school sports.
For the first time this season, Kentucky loses a game by more than one possession. Mississippi State routs the football Cats 42-16 Saturday night, allowing just one touchdown. The Wildcats had 13 possessions of offense, but they score just one touchdown, and that comes on the second possession for Kentucky, a Patrick Towles quarterback sneak. However, on the other sideline, no problem at all for Dak Prescott and the Bulldog offense. Dak accounts for 6 touchdowns, 3 on the ground, 3 in the air, and leads the Dogs to a season-high 586 yards of total offense.
Very difficult with Dak and the way he handles the game and manages the game, and with the matchups outside at receiver. That definitely held true. They kept us off balance all night and did a heck of a job. Like I said, they were a lot better football team and a lot better coached. We'll get back to work. That's one football game that we're not very proud of, but there's nobody that's going to sulk or pout or any of that. We're going to go back to work. We're going to get better and get ready for our next opportunity.
The Cats' next opponent, Tennessee, the Volunteers go down to Tuscaloosa on Saturday and almost knock off the 8th-ranked Alabama Crimson Tide. However, with 1:25 left in the game and the Vols down 5 and driving, Ryan Anderson knocks out the ball out of Josh Dodds' hand, and that seals the deal. UT will come to Lexington off a loss.
No. Every loss is painful because you invest so much in it. And everyone talked about the culture and the belief. You know, we believed we were going to win the football game coming here. We believed that we were going to win the football game. And we came up short and I hurt, but, these kids have invested so much. The coaches invest so much. The support staff invests so much. Every time you lose, it's gut-wrenching.
All 4 of Tennessee's losses are by a touchdown or less. The Volunteers will come to Commonwealth Halloween night for a showdown with the football Cats. 7:30 kick time on the SEC Network. Last year, UT defeated UK 50-16. The EKU Colonels win their 9th straight homecoming game. Dean Hood's squad improves to 5-2 with the win over Tennessee State. And freshman running back Ethan Thomas is the newcomer of the week in the Ohio Valley Conference. Thomas broke this 80-yard run to the house in the second quarter on Saturday. His 4th rushing touchdown of the season. He carried the ball 18 times for 149 yards. First career 100-yard rushing game for Thomas. Falcons at the Titans. Let's go to the pros. It's Atlanta up 10-7, 6.5 minutes to go in the game. 4th and goal here. Matt Ryan throws a ball to Jacob Tammy. That is tipped and then intercepted by Avery Williamson. So intended for one former Cat, but another former Cat takes it away. First career interception as a pro for Williamson. Let's take one more look at it. However, Ryan did throw for 251 yards and becomes the 4th youngest quarterback to reach the 30,000 passing yard mark at age 30. Falcons win, though, 10-7. Vikings in Detroit. Adrian Peterson, not sure if he would play, was ill this week, but wasn't sick enough to keep him out of this one. Second quarter, Minnesota down 17-6. Teddy Bridgewater fakes to Peterson and then throws to Kyle Rudolph. 17-15, Vikes down at the half, though. Third quarter now, Bridgewater steps up, lets it fly, and Stephon Diggs. He's wide open, but that's a video game type diving grab there. Take another look at this one. 36 yards on the touchdown pass. Bridgewater, a season-high 316 yards in the air on 25 of 35 passing. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Vikings win 28-19. Next up, Kelly Wells and the #1 ranked UPike Bears tip off their season tomorrow night. Hear from Coach Wells as he gets his team ready for the 2015-16 season. Welcome back. Second straight season, the UPike Bears are picked to win the Mid-South Conference in basketball. They come off back-to-back MSC regular season titles, and they'll top off their season tomorrow night. Head coach Kelly Wells, his team has made the NAIA National Tournament in 4 of the past 5 seasons. The Bears also have the preseason #1 ranking in the nation to start the year. But Coach Wells saying, that doesn't really matter.
Well, I think that's great for our fans, our fan base, and our community. It brings attention, good positive attention to our program. In that regard, it's great. But to be honest, that and 75 cents will buy you a cup of coffee. It means absolutely nothing as far as what we want to get at the end. I'm thankful that people respect our program. I'm thankful that people think highly of that. And we owe that to our school. We owe that to our community to put the best product we can on the floor and in our community. And so that's, in that regard, it's great. But as far as us winning championships and reaching our potential, that really doesn't have anything to do with it other than now I have to fight our guys having a big head.
We learned today that Minnesota Timberwolves head coach and president of basketball operations Flip Saunders died of cancer. He won more than 650 games in 17 NBA seasons with the Timberwolves, the Pistons, and the Wizards. His 654 wins puts him 20th all-time in wins. Saunders was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma in June, and doctors called it, quote, treatable and curable. He took a leave of absence in September, but recently the franchise said he would not coach at all this season. Saunders was 60 years old. Karl Towns, who was drafted #1 overall by Saunders and the T-Wolves, posted this photo on his Instagram today. The caption saying, quote, I've been thinking for 30 minutes of what to say, but words can't describe how special and important Coach Saunders was to me. I want to thank you, Coach, for giving me the opportunity to play in the NBA and achieve my dream. I know the man above has a special place for you in his kingdom, and this world, this league, this family will never be the same. I love you, Coach, and I'm going to miss you so, so much. Let's switch gears now to soccer. The Boys State Soccer Tournament starts tomorrow night with the semi-state, 16 teams with a chance to win the title. It's win or go home at this point. We have 3 coverage area teams with a shot at it. Pikeville takes on Rowan County at Rowan County. The Panthers are the 15th region champs. The Vikings are the 16th region champs. Winner will play either Bowling Green or Davies County. Also in the bottom bracket, 2 coverage area teams playing against one another in semi-state. It's Perry Central. They host South Laurel. Winner gets either Henry Clay or Mercer County. Interesting to note, by the way, the Commodores played the Cardinals in the first game of the season, where they won 3-2. Both of these games set for a 7 o'clock kickoff time. And a reminder that our WYMT Appalachia Wireless Game of the Week is in Pikeville this Friday night as the Two-Loss Panthers host Pike Central. And as always, you can watch this game live on this TV and WYMT.com. 7:30 kickoff. As always, we'll have highlights from that South Laurel Perry Central semi-state game. Plan to go out there tomorrow. And then Lauren Cash is also going to work on her day off and get some UPike highlights. So we're going to see the #1 team in the nation tomorrow night at 11.
All right. Thank you so much, Jamie. Don't go anywhere. We'll wrap things up after this.